Assalamualaikum. My name is Nik Nur Fatihah binti Nik Muhammad Fazil and my student ID is 2018831032. Today, I would like to talk about job discrimination that happen in the hiring process. Did you ever face any discrimination during job hiring? I did. It happened in 2008 when I was looking for part-time job after SPM. The recruiter asked later I need a break from my career. If yes, she cannot find me that job. The situation that happened to me was religious discrimination against the job hiring process. What is workplace discrimination and what constitutes discrimination against employees or job applicants? Employment discrimination happens when an employee or job candidate is treated unfavorably because of age, disability, genetic information, national origin, pregnancy, race or skin color, religion or sex. In addition, federal law against discrimination protect workers from retaliation for asserting their right to be free from employment discrimination. In hiring workers, an employer will need the best possible candidates, and this requires scrutinizing the prospective employee's experience, capability in handling a particular job, and ability to work as a team among others. There is, however, no restriction or limitation imposed on a company in advertising a job vacancy on social media or other publication, provide that such an invitation must be genuine and not misleading or deceptive, and further not discriminatory to any particular race or religious group. However, refusing to employ a person by reason of race, religion or religious attire ought to be prohibited. Many countries have enacted discrimination law, including at the workplace and those involving a job seeker. Job applicants have legal right even before they become employees. Under federal law, an employer cannot illegally discriminate in its hiring process based on a job applicant's race, national origins, gender, pregnancy, age, disability, or religion. State and local law may specify additional protected classes based on factors such as the sexual orientation of a job applicant. Employer must abide by anti-discrimination law at each stage of the hiring process, from placing a job ads to interviewing to the final selection of the candidate to be hired. Discrimination is the unfair and unequal treatment of a person because they pose a particular protected characteristic. In Malaysia, the basic concept of equality before the law and equal protection of the law is contained in the Article 8, Clause 1 of the Federal Constitution. The article generally prohibits discrimination against a person or class of person, unless there is a rational basis for such discrimination. The employer must not discriminate against any candidates during recruitment process and subsequent employment. In fact, the employer should actively seek to avoid discrimination in recruitment. How to make sure the employer does not discriminate when hiring? Number 1. Be objective when describing the necessary skill or experience for the roles, and be critical of the language being used to ensure it is not carrying any loaded or gendered terms. Outline the skills and use them as a framework to assess all applications. This ensures all candidates are dealt with in the same way. This will also help the employer stay away from possible discrimination when drafting job adverts. Number 2. Using targeted online ads can also be discriminatory since targeting specific groups may include bias. It's best to take a wider approach when advertising a job role, so it can be seen by as many different groups as possible. Number 3. When interviewing applicants, there are certain questions you cannot ask. These include questions about a candidate age, whether they are planning to have children, and whether they are married. All of these are considered discriminatory. Asking questions about any of the protected criteria could break the law. Number 4, keep a record of the decision you made and why, as they can provide evidence or train new HR members to avoid discrimination. All notes should be objective, firmly grounded in the candidate's skills and experience. Number 5, give constructive feedback to any unsuccessful applicants based on their skill and how they performed in the interview. All of the reasons they were not successful should align with the criteria that form your framework. Why the company should have a diverse workforce? It's been proven that diverse workforce are more successful with higher level of innovation and creativity. Having a team made of people with different backgrounds gives a business a wider perspective and show that the company is a good place for anyone to work. Inclusivity is a positive force in the workplace and should be actively encouraged. That's all for today. Thank you for watching.